All right. I've read another book. I have. A Single Shot by Matthew F. Jones. Somebody recommended this book to me, and I can't remember who. There was a couple of different authors I talked to. I think authors that I've done, the authors that I definitely respect, that I've reviewed their books, and they were like, "This is a name you have to read. This is a book you have to read." And I read it. It took me about 3 nights, 4 nights, and I loved it. Single Shot by Matthew F. Jones. So they say it is a gritty psychological thriller about a desperate poacher, John Moon, who accidentally kills a teenage girl while hunting. Um, that's the basic thing there, and it's set in a very rural area. John Moon, he's fallen on hard times. His father has passed away. He has no family. The All of the many acres that his family has owned for generations has all pretty much been sold off, except for like an acre and a half that he has his little trailer or little crappy house on. And his wife and young son have moved out. He's working garbage jobs, dead end jobs, and he's hungry. And he's like, it's not deer season, but I'm going to go and catch me a deer. And that's when the problems start. The cool part with this book, I don't know if it's on all of them, but I'll show you if I can show you the very top there over here. It has the days of the week. So the first chapter starts on Sunday and we go all the way to the next Saturday. So it's literally a week in John Moon's life, and all of it's gritty, it's noir. There's a lot of really bad people in this. There's levels of bad people in this. You want to feel for John, but you also are like, dude, what are you doing? Um, and it's a phenomenal book. It's the New York Times called it a complex crime mystery with an exciting climax that is truly shocking. And also, this version of the book I have is got a foreword by Daniel Woodrell. I don't know if maybe Daniel Woodrell's the one who told me about this book, but I'm also a huge fan of Daniel Woodrell. I've read a couple of his books and reviewed them already, and I will read more. I definitely will read more of Matthew F. Jones as well. So this was made into a movie. Um, that he wrote the screenplay. Matthew F. Jones wrote the screenplay for, and it has some Sam Rockwell, I think, is the main person in it. William F. Macy is in it, and I guess he wrote the screenplay. I'm sure not a ton of it has been changed from the book. I know one or two of his other books have also been made into movies. I have not. I think this came out in like 2013. The movie. I think I saw this years ago, but I don't remember. Some of the newer covers don't have this cover. They have with the Sam Rockwell aiming a rifle with his John Deere hat on or whatever. So I think I've seen the movie. I don't know. I'm going to look it up. Hopefully, I don't have to. They don't have to squeeze me for $7 to watch a movie when I pay so much for cable and Netflix and everything else. I know one of the first movie they did of one of his books. I don't remember which one. I'm not going to look it up. I don't think it got really good reviews. He had nothing to do with it. So I think with this one, he was like, let me write the screenplay. And then they did a third book into a movie as well. So, they're saying this is, Daniel Woodrell is another great writer that writes like this. Cormac McCarthy, they're saying as well. And so I loved it. It was it's just a damn good book. I mean, it's just a real good book. Deep Water, that was the first book that he did. They did a movie on, I believe. So he's got a bunch of different novels. I will be checking out more of his novels. Definitely, I enjoyed this. So whoever recommended Matthew F. Jones to me, I appreciate it because this is another really good book. So this is a Mulholland Classic release, which is pretty neat. Which means it came out in. I'm just stalling now. 1996. This came out in 1996. Wow, this book, 30 years old. The Mulholland books, this paperback edition came out in September of 2011. So that's why they were able to put the Daniel Woodrell quote on it. But got a lot of praise. So Daniel Woodrell, besides writing the forward, he says, Jones owns a fine writer's eye for the kind of details that matter. It is Jones's skillful, straight from the shoulder depiction of Moon and his pinched world that resonates and then compels. The author draws on his disoriented thoughts with dark and excellent detail. I agree, Daniel. I definitely agree on that one. So, check it out. A Single Shot, Matthew F. Jones. I would rate this out of 5. I'm going to rate this a 4.6. 4.6. I like that. There's a couple of I don't want to say icky parts. There's a couple of points in this book where you're just kind of like, yeah. But it's not bad. It's nothing bad. It's nothing taboo, nothing crazy. It's just I think because he's such a great writer, the description of certain scenes and people, it just makes you feel like I shouldn't be watching this. I shouldn't be watching these people. I shouldn't be in their heads. I mean, I think that's pretty much it is. And you're basically, especially John Moon. I mean, this character is not one-dimensional at all. He's all over the place, and sometimes it gets tough to follow along in a good way. You're like, what are you thinking, John? What are you doing now? Why don't you do the easy way? Why does everything need to be? There's literally nobody there. Well, why don't you do the easy thing here? That's Alice barking because there was something tapped at the door. Maybe there's somebody out there. I don't know. I'm not answering. Anyway, Alice, I'm leaving all that. I'm leaving it. I'm not editing anything. All right. A Single Shot, Matthew F. Jones. Check it out. And if you've read this book, let me know what your thoughts are. If you haven't read this book, but you're interested in it, also let me know. And if you've read anything else by Matthew F. Jones, and I'm always looking for gritty noir books to read. Southern Gothic noir thrillers is right now that's the wheelhouse. So if you have anything like that out there, let me know. Otherwise, I suggest you go grab a copy of this book and read it. Hit the subscribe button. I got a lot more book reviews I've done, of movie reviews, TV reviews. I do a lot of writing posts, done a lot of other stuff, trying to build up this YouTube channel, trying to get more subscribers, trying to get more views. So help me out. Do me a solid.